Good morning, welcome back. I'm Rachel and you're watching 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV live from Sydney. This is the Buzzing Trends Show. S&P ASX 200 is eyeing to reach a 40-month peak today. Within the first 15 minutes, the index was almost at peak. It reached 7,090.1. It's currently trading at 7,072.20, up by 0.11% at 11:06 this morning. 6 of 11 sectors are higher along the S&P ASX 200 index. Information technology is the best performing sector, gaining 0.85% and rebounding from its recent decline. On that note, let's have a look at the major factors affecting the index movement today. Federal Treasurer Josh Frydenberg made some important announcements in his pre-budget speech. He stressed on the point saying that the Australian economy is bouncing back. He expects a next month budget will highlight how the economy is on track of recovery from COVID-19. He believes there will be more durability in the work culture, with work from home to continue. He also threw light on some improving stats, with more than 200,000 people at work presently as compared to December 2020. Such figures are encouraging and sets the framework for 21 to 22 budget. Moving on to the next big development, Woolworths is in the news for two announcements today. The company has scrapped its plans to open a Dan Murphy's outlet at Darwin Airport. This decision is taken citing its own failure to engage effectively with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities. The decision, which is based on the review from Danny Gilbert, an eminent Australian lawyer, who made it clear that Woolworths did not do enough in this community to live up to best practice engagement. This is a loss for the company. Woolworths reported its March quarter numbers. The figures are better than its competitor Coles. Sales rose by 0.4% to reach $16.5 billion. Same-store sales in Australian supermarkets fell by 2.1% as panic buying has almost ended. Online food sales were up 90.5%. The company expects sales to remain in the declining mode for the quarter, starting from April 2021. Now let's have a look at some other news. Clinuvel Pharmaceuticals' March quarter results have seen a growth in their receipts. This growth is driven by strong contribution from the commercial distribution of SCENESSE in Europe and the US. Cash receipts reported are $6.52 million, whereas cash expenditure is recorded at $4.68 million. To be in line with the strategic planning, the company is building the business through vertical integration of its key functions. Moving on to some other important developments, Apple has outperformed the Wall Street expectations. The company's simultaneously announced a share buyback worth $90 billion. Apple is witnessing that purchasing power of customers is back as they are upgrading themselves to 5G iPhones. Sales to China has almost doubled. And in the second quarter results, Apple declared its sales and profits are $89.6 billion, much above their estimates. Apple CEO Tim Cook says that the US economy will be strong as economic recovery is coming. And finally, Boeing is under a lot of pressure. Boeing burned through $3.68 billion American dollars in the first quarter as it sees manufacturing flaws on its marquee 787 Dreamliner and the new cost overturns on a high-profile military contract. The cash outflow was nearly $300 million, much more than Wall Street expectations. The drop in Dreamliner deliveries blunted the financial gains. The future seems to be no greater as the company is facing one of the worst stretches in its long history. That's all for now. Stay tuned with 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV for more live market updates. We'll be back with more news on the markets, the economy and diverse themes and sectors. I'm Rachel, signing off for 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV.